Hi, I'm Caroline from Intersoft Systems, the maker of the market-leading software FinPower Connect. Today we're going to be looking at InfoAgent's integration, what they offer product-wise and how this can benefit our mutual clients using FinPower Connect. InfoAgent provides several vehicle reports accessible via the integrated API. We have some you may have seen before and some recent additions to show you today. The available products are as follows: a new driver license check under the FinPower Connect Credit Inquiry Wizard. And for security inquiries, we have the following reports, most of which were introduced in version 3.4.4. The basic report, comprehensive, comprehensive plus, rego report, rego and valuation report, the standard report, and the standard report plus PPSR. The rego and valuation report is new, and the information returned for this report is showing on the screen now. We have also recently introduced the ability to retrieve an existing report. And we've introduced the InfoAgent monitoring tool, which allows you to monitor for such things as plate changes, ownership changes, if the monitored vehicle is reported stolen, and if it has been deregistered or written off. Any alerts will be emailed to the address stored in the InfoAgent account. So without further ado, we'll take a closer look at the InfoAgent integration with FinPower Connect. We'll start off with the new driver license check added in our most recent release. Running this report is very simple. You can launch the Credit Inquiry Wizard either directly from the client form or via the client menu Credit Inquiry option. Then we select the client, unless we've launched directly from the client form, in which case the client details will have pre-populated, like in my example here. We make sure our service is set to InfoAgent and the product is set to Driver License Check New Zealand, which should automatically be anyway, and click Next. We then have the opportunity to check the surname and license number. Now, you'll see mine have pre-populated. This is because I've already got license information saved to the client record under identification. If you haven't, that's fine. You can manually enter the details here. This little tooltip reminds us of the format to use, which is the driver license number, followed by the 3-digit version number. Once we're ready, we click Next and we're presented with the report. As we can see here, the report confirms the validity of the license information entered and timestamps the report. It also shows any alerts. In this case, we can see there is an alert showing Mr. Buffalo, who is a test case, has conditions on his license, which we can see further down is simply that correcting lenses must be worn while driving. We can also see the status of the license, which is shown as current, and the classes of license the holder has and the expiry dates. Some of this information, while not necessarily immediately relevant to a lender, can also aid as additional information to check the physical card in front of them, confirming the same information is displayed. Of course, this could be perfectly relevant to some lenders if they're also car dealerships, if they're wanting to check a license prior to allowing someone to test drive a vehicle, for example. Moving on to the security inquiries, we'll first change into production mode and show a few of the selections of reports we have available for InfoAgent. Security inquiries can be run either from the security menu option or from the security item attached to the security statement. We'll look at the basic report first from an existing security item. As you can see, we have the option displayed over here on the left under the security inquiry header. From here, it's very straightforward. We simply click the InfoAgent inquiry, click Next, select Basic in the report type list, and depending on what is stored on the security item, either the plate number or VIN will then be pre-populated. Then click Next, OK, and we're presented with the basic report. In line with its name, the information returned is relatively basic, but we do get the VIN, chassis number, year, make, model, etc., as well as the fuel economy and environmental rating. If we click the next button from here, we're able to import the information into VinPower Connect to update our security item. We can choose here what we want to update and then click Finish. Next, we'll review the new report, which is the Rego Evaluation Report. This contains some of the same information available in the normal Rego report, but adds on the valuation information. Same process as before, but this time we can select a different report. As you can see here, this time round we have more information. We can now see this vehicle, the registration has expired, that it was previously registered in Japan, and more details about the vehicle itself. We can see the license number and when it expired, plate history, the warranty fitness information including the expiry, odometer information, and of course the valuation information from Redbook. This time when we click Next, there's even more information we can import into VinPower Connect, including the valuation information and relevant Rego and WAF dates. And finally, we'll have a look at the Comprehensive Plus report, the Rolls-Royce of the reports, if you will. This report returns a wealth of information, as you're about to see. We get the full amount of information available to us that InfoAgent have to offer. We get a detailed breakdown of the registration, including when it was first registered in New Zealand. We get a full odometer history, including this graph, and the ownership chart, and of course the valuation information as well. And as well as the table of security interests and further information. As we touched on earlier, InfoAgent security monitoring is now available. This allows you to monitor for such things as plate changes, ownership changes, if the monitored vehicle is reported stolen, and if it has been deregistered or written off. Any alerts will be emailed to the address stored in the InfoAgent account. To start or stop monitoring is simple. It's available from the summary on the security items page, like shown here. There is also the InfoAgent monitoring wizard that has been added under the security menu, where a lender can review a list of their currently monitored vehicles and manage them accordingly. In terms of configuration, to use InfoAgent, you should sign up via your Intersoft dealer. We will then supply you with the encrypted client secret required to use the integration. Once you've got your key, configuration is easy, just entering in your client ID and secret in the cost center and selecting the options available on the Options tab. Here you can also select your default report. So depending on which report suits you best for your day-to-day, you can select these in here. There is also the additional option of including which valuation option to import back into the security item. It's very, very simple, as you can see, and please contact your Intersoft reseller or InfoAgent directly for more information.